right, another Mr. A's Thoughts presented by the RRT Boxing Show. I am your host, Mr. A. That's right, I said it again. This is the Mr. A's Thoughts. Waiting for the Jake Paul and Craig Richardson fight. I saw the same thing you saw, and you saw the same thing I saw. How awkward was that interview after the Fabio fight? You had Dillian Whyte telling the world the AJ fight is canceled. Talking about, they didn't want to offer me what I thought I was worth, and the guy who didn't want to offer him is right there. Not that. That's Wonder Woman. That's the RRT Boxing Show, Mr. A and Wonder Woman, delivering hits. You want the lasso of truth? It's a dope ass show, the RRT Boxing Show. Now, it was very awkward to hear Dillian Whyte talking about how the fight's not there, he's not getting the money offered that he's worth. It went from April 13th, Wembley for Joshua, now to June 1st. Looking like Miller, and his face, White's face when Eddie Hearn said, was like, he was trying hard to not flex any muscles to create a headline, but he did not look too happy. Normally I just say, hey, fuck Dillian Whyte, let him, he's a shit talker. Sometimes shit talkers just get the shit handed back to him. But, I kind of feel like he's getting screwed over on this one. He looked screwed over. His backup plan, I guess, is April 20th, because they're trying to say, like, hey, well, if Dillian doesn't want to do May or June for AJ, then we're going to go June 1st for AJ in America against Miller, which was weird because the whole time Wembley was just done deal, locked, can't be moved for AJ. That's why he was trying so hard for Wilder. That's a whole different type of story, Now, Dillian said he's fighting in that same arena April 20th, and they're trying to get Fabio on that card. Okay, I still got time for the Richardson, the Spider fight. Now, what was kind of cool was the people he named off. I don't think you guys can see how it's raining through my balcony. Nah, you can't. I got that glare. It's a nice little scenery there. Maybe you guys can hear it, see if it's still raining hard. Nah, you can't quite hear it. Alright, back to boxing talk. Now, his opponents, he said he would like to fight someone on this type of level. So, he didn't name, but he just, I guess you could say he name dropped. Povetkin, Brazil, Ortiz. Now, the crowd, the mass, is going to probably cry for that Luis Ortiz fight. Not a bad fight at all, actually. Brazil fight probably makes the most sense in business and long term, considering that on paper is legitimate. Number one, taking on mandatory for Deontay Wilder. Then you got, if he fights Luis Ortiz, you got to put Deontay Wilder and hold him to the fire. Like, hey, bitch, you publicly said I fight Luis Ortiz and beat him. I got a shot at you. So you got one way to the champ on paper. You got one way to the champ through the champ's mouth. So, and Deontay Wilder always talk about a man of his word. He's a man of his word. So those two are some pretty good shots. I think they're both good fights. I think they're both 50-50 fights. I think Luis Ortiz can knock Dillian out, but at the same time, I think Dillian's rugged enough and just a little unorthodox that could catch Luis Ortiz off guard. I think Brazil and him is going to be a straight fight. Whoever lands that hard shot the first. I think each person between Dominic Brazil and Dillian Whyte, they got one get up in them each. If they go down the second time, they're not getting up. Now, Povetkin, Povetkin, that'd be like Povetkin's last springboard bounce into something. And that'll probably be Dillian Whyte's easiest fight to me. I think Povetkin's he looked good against Joshua first couple rounds, and then he just died. I think he's gonna gas out if he fights Dillian Whyte. I think Dillian Whyte will catch him with that left hook and knock him out. As of right now, I'm gonna say he should fight Brazil, Whyte, then Povetkin. But I don't know why I think that fight's gonna go with Povetkin. It's just easy money, easy to make, easy victory, the safest. I know Dillian Whyte don't take the safest fights. The dude's a fucking warrior. I give him that. He fights like a motherfucker. But if he wants to take a good, I think the best paycheck is going to be against Povetkin, and like I said, the easiest fight. So he might have to take that. He probably won't get the credentials of beating Povetkin, like he said here, of beating Brazil. To me, Brazil is the most reward, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Just my thoughts. I thought it was very awkward, that interview with Dillian Whyte, given the negotiations falling apart for that AJ fight. It was standing right next to if I'm mistaken, Dillian Whyte is a fight-by-fight sign-on with Matchroom, right? He's just like a co-promoter type thing. I'm not too sure if it's like a Whyte Promotions, Dillian Whyte Promotions. Maybe someone in the please, someone, a viewer, leave it in the comment sections. What is Dillian Whyte? Is it like, not what is he, but like, is he a fight-by-fight Matchroom Promotions, or did he sign a contract? You know, just leave that down. This is the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. Thank you for watching Mr. A's Thoughts. Thank you.